We're live.
I'm exhausted.
We just started.
I know.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. TWL. So
we're still tired from
we're
this
over
weekend.
here. So we're still tired from this
He's
weekend.
just talking off camera.
So I'm so super excited because we have Tre Lyons here from Black Vault Gaming here in St. Clair Shores, and I'm excited to get to talk with him. But before we bring him on, there's a couple of things that we need to talk about, and one of them is this weekend. We spent the whole weekend all of Saturday for the most. It felt like all of Saturday at Autorama, the 73rd Detroit Autorama, and I said I'd die if I had to say that again.
You said that a lot.
I did.
Every clip was, we're at the 73rd Autorama. I thought you were going to flub it.
I know, right? And I know that he's going to throw up some pictures here, but you know, one of the things I want to mention is we got to speak with and her name just flew out of my head. What is her name?
Linda Ferrer.
Thank you. Linda Ferrer. And the reason I want to bring her up, and he's going to throw up a picture, is because we actually got to meet and sit and talk with Linda Ferrer, the 1976 Miss Autorama, Detroit Autorama. She was crowned in 1976, and it was such a pleasure to talk to her because she explained to us that it was such a different world back then.
It wasn't, well, pinups weren't even a thing yet.
No, they weren't.
Because they hadn't kind of had that resurgence of like the pinup art and the bomber girls and stuff. You know, they were there, but like girls dressing as pinups weren't a thing yet. It was just, she was almost like a stewardess. Like they were nicely dressed girls. Yep. They were models that they invited.
And they had to be there the whole weekend.
And they had to kind of meet and greet people and host and direct, you know, big guests and things.
And then
and take them around to the different auto booths. Yep. So they were kind of stewardessy.
At the end of the weekend, when all the cars got their awards, the vendors actually voted on who was Miss Autorama, and so different than this year.
Yeah. But
they brought her up on stage and everything. That's 50 years ago. So we got to speak with the Miss Autorama in 1976, 50 years. I was so excited about that. And, you know, he's throwing up a bunch of pictures of our time at Autorama. And, but I do want to tell you that show will air next week, right, Roberto?
Yeah.
Yes. So it will air
like
next week.
Deadline.
Because I will be in Las Vegas and we're not going to have a live show next week. So he is going to run this live. And so you will be able to experience what we experienced. Nikki got to talk to all the girls in the back.
I pulled aside a couple girls that, you know, there was so many. There were supposed to be almost 40, I think, for the pinup competition. And there was well over 20.
Yeah.
And so we just grabbed a couple of the girls that caught our eye and said, you know, come over here and tell us a little bit about your look and how long you've been doing this and, you know, your pinup culture and stuff. We also got to interview our friends with some cars there.
Dave Marchione, which won the,
he got best custom.
Best custom.
Congrats, Dave.
Yes, absolutely. So Nikki got to speak with him at the car that actually won best custom. And then I spoke with Dave over the Plan B Merc upstairs that got put in the cavalcade of customs along with Justin and Corianne with who also had a car up there with Dust Pedal. So there's a lot right next to Dave. I know. So there's a lot. And Shiny Rust, we spoke with Shiny Rust and all of those. So I'm excited for you guys to see it. That'll be airing next week on Tuesday. And of course, I will do some live stuff now. Let's talk about the silver thing in the room, shall we? This right here.
Yeah.
I'm giving myself a round of applause. No.
I walked in the door and you were like, look at this. I clapped.
You
were
did?
watching me clap. Sorry.
So anyways, this right here is the silver the Silver Creator Award from YouTube. We got it in the mail the other day, and it was for reaching 100,000 subscribers. So thank you, everybody, for making that happen.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're very excited about
I'm going to tell you, it's the first time any of us has worked under a Silver Creator Award. So our goal is to get the Bronze Creator Award, which is weird because usually bronze is first.
I was like, what color is this then? I'm confused.
Which is 500,000, and we've got 493,000 to go. So
so we'll remind you guys every week
to do it.
And do our YouTube.
But I'm excited about this. It makes me happy. The bigger news is about an hour before we went live today, I got an email from Film Hub. We went national. We went national. We are now going to be on Amazon Prime.
Beautiful.
Our Icon series is getting a release date on March 26th is tentative release date. You saw the schedule.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yep.
It's in there.
Yep.
Coming up later this month.
I'm super excited. We're going to start sending more things through there. Maybe this one. You never know. So they have a lot of quality control issues or things that we have to overcome, right? We've been on pins and needles about this, and we got the word tonight. Yeah, I'm excited.
We got all kinds of good news today.
We did. Now, if some of it could constitute money, that'd be nice. No, I'm kidding.
It will eventually.
It will. I'm just happy that people actually are enjoying what they're seeing. So, anyways, without further ado, why don't we bring him over?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's invite Tre from Black Vault.
If you want to switch your mics over. So Tre is with Black Vault Gaming, which is here in St. Clair Shores on Harper. 9 mile?
8.5 in Harper, right across from Gilbert's. Yeah.
So everybody, this is Tre. So Tre, you own Black Vault Gaming.
Yes.
And it has, how long has it been there?
We are actually coming up on a year here in 7 days, a week from today. It is 22316 Harper Avenue, St. Clair Shores. So
parking in the back, you guys.
Yes, yeah, we're a little hard to find. You'll see a big sign on the front of our building, but you gotta go around the back. That's our main entrance. You'll pop you into our retail area. You'll see everything else in there though. But we have retail, we have video game room, we have a play space, we have offices, we have a stream room, we have a kitchen, and then we have bathrooms, of course. So,
and you live there, right?
Yes, yeah, all the time, 7 days a week. My wife can attest.
It's a really nice space.
Thank you.
I remember we went in. I think you were open a couple days.
Yeah.
We went in, and it's really like great windows out front. You really can just kind of accidentally drive right past it. But once you're inside, like they got a really nice open space. It's kind of modern but comfy.
Yeah,
it's a good setup.
It was quite an interesting journey to get here.
So, you, do you know?
So it was a construction company's office.
Oh, was it?
Okay, and so it was pretty new and swanky. They put some money into it, but it was offices, and we knocked down half of the offices to make our play area. Our landlord wasn't too happy with that, but we came to a good
for
the game.
For the game.
Yeah, so for our tables and chairs, to have our tournaments. Yeah.
Well, it is for kids.
You know, it's a daycare. So it's an adult daycare. That's what it is. So.
Oh, I love that. A fun adult daycare.
Yeah.
Now, you spent 7 days. Did you purposely open on Mario Day?
It was intentional. So when we figured out that March 10th fell on a Monday and that our website was going to work in time for that, we decided what better day than Mario Day, so,
right?
Yeah.
And didn't we just have that?
No, Pokemon.
It's March 10th. Pokemon Day just happened.
Mario Day will be
is March 10th.
Oh, you were looking for it to post, and we had the big Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Oh,
and she went to take a picture, and somebody bought it the day before.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you know what day it is?
Yeah.
National calendar.
Oh yeah, like
holiday for everything.
Every little thing.
Today's hot dog day. There's some hot dogs in this.
Oh, don't say that around Nick. He'll go crazy.
So tell me about the gamings that you guys have there. Now, for people who are listening, because we have people all over the country listening, actually all over the world, because we have a huge following in the Middle East.
Oh my gosh!
So they probably have gaming over there. I'm quite sure they do.
I'm sure they have expensive magic cards.
Yeah. Oh my god. They own like 90% of the winner One Piece cards.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. A prince
we should get a lot of hits on this, people.
A prince over there bought a bunch of the like winner cards that are like $1 million. So
well, and you have to be a prince to afford that.
Yeah.
So when we're talking gaming, we're talking Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
We're talking Pokemon.
Yep.
What else?
So we have, for our card games, those are going to be, of course, our big two. To round off our top three.
Are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
To round off our top three, we have, so it's Magic, Pokemon, One Piece. One Piece is huge for us.
One Piece, what is that?
So One Piece is a anime that's been going on
did they
20
make a
years
movie
now.
off that?
They made a live action show recently.
I watched it.
Yeah. It's great. About pirates.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an actual card game.
It is an actual card game now.
Steve, are you watching? Because we love that show. That's funny. We'll have to play it.
Yeah, they made a card show right before the live action, and it started to get very popular. And it's one of our pillars now. And but those are the top three. We also have Union Arena, we have Gundam, we have White Shorts, we have Star Wars Unlimited, we have Lorcana.
Are these all card games?
These are all card games. Yeah.
So Star Wars has a card game?
It does. They had an old one that involved dice. They got rid of it, did some retooling, came out with this one. This one plays a little bit more like chess. It's a lot more strategic. It's really fun. It's something I would suggest to anybody who's getting into like a card game first. It's a little bit easier to get into. Star Wars IP, of course, is great because it's fun. So
are they all so let me ask you, when you're playing the and I have no idea, I don't play these cards. I did play Pokemon in the early 90s for a little bit of time, but I'm more D&D driven in the 80s.
Absolutely.
But it's not fantasy driven. Do you still tell stories? Do you still tell
So not as much. Most of the games, so Magic, Pokemon,
are based on
One
card
Piece,
games.
it's cards you're playing, and your goal is to eliminate the other person.
Okay.
Is to win the battle essentially that you're in.
Where do you have hierarchy?
It's really
Exactly. Yeah, it's really complicated war, but that's mainly what you're doing. There are some like sub games, like Magic now has its most popular game is called Commander. It's a 4-player game. It's less about eliminating one person and more about playing together and having fun. But then in the end, one of you is going to end up becoming the king, commanding the game. Yeah.
Okay. So very D&D.
Yeah, kind of.
So out of all those games, and you own it, you must be a gamer. You love to play.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite?
So Magic, I have to say it's Magic. Of the TCGs, honestly, I'm probably more of a video game person.
Okay.
And that's going to look really bad because a lot of people know me from Magic, so I'm sorry. But video games,
I'm surprised Magic hasn't made a video game.
They have.
Oh, they have. But it's apparently not good.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
The best one was Battlegrounds, and that was just all right.
Okay. So it's not some big rated thing.
No. But yeah, I started. I mean, the way I got into gaming was my 5th birthday. My dad got me a Sega Genesis with Terminator 2, and I remember that very vividly. That. Yeah, and so, that started my line down gaming. So
I got a Nintendo 64. I'm 20 years older than you. A Nintendo 64, and I sat down. My mom bought it for me, and I remember Atari.
Oh yeah,
all of that.
Yeah. Well, 64 is the best system.
I never even advanced to 64. I have NES and Sega Genesis.
You missed the best one.
I love that you said advanced.
I know, right?
Because those are actually even more advanced.
You should see me
Are you kidding? I play Mario Kart on my phone.
Oh my god, I can't even get the Breath of the Wild.
My mom bought me the N64 and Mario Brothers, and I sat and played it. I sat down and I played it all the way through.
Yep.
Never picked it up again.
Oh my gosh. I'm done. That's it. One and done. Hey, you did your goal. You got there.
Right.
So.
I did. And my mother was so pissed. That's probably why she wouldn't buy me dice for the D&D. Because now I'm done with it. I mean, I pick it up every now and then.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I still had it and I could get it. And I know there's Strawberry and all these different things out there, but there's nothing like playing the old stuff.
No.
So, Nikki, you are a big Magic the Gathering fan.
Yes.
More so than Pokemon.
Never Pokemon.
Oh, you never Pokemon.
Never. I mean, I get it and I appreciate it. And I think the mechanics are mildly similar.
Yeah.
I've had like nieces and nephews that have played and stuff. So I got into Magic because I was into trading cards when I was a kid. And when Magic came out, I was like an X-Men kid. I was comics, trading cards.
Right.
So I was getting the art cards for the comic books. And then the Magic cards came out, and I was like, well, these look really cool. And of course, I liked all the swamp stuff and all the
darkness.
And, like, this is my favorite card. And I have this shirt from, when I was 10. And so I got some kind of just in the, like, I'll learn to play that later.
Right.
But I wanted to collect some. And so I got any that I thought had cool art. I had Bad Moon and, like anything that I thought had pretty
art. The Dark Blood Moon.
Yeah.
I've seen your collection of Magic cards.
Yeah. Well, so they've gone in
There's a
waves
theme.
because like we've got I started collecting in 93 and then I kind of stopped, and then I played a little bit again in high school and I kind of stopped, and then I went to college and we had a friend that had no friends at school and wanted us to learn how to play D&D, so I put the Magic aside.
Did you learn D&D?
I did. And we actually play, I was going to ask, I don't know what it's called. It's a smaller, condensed version now.
There's like 700
rules,
different kinds.
Similar alignments, but it's like it's meant to be played in like an hour.
Is it D&D?
I think it's got a different name, but it's basically
It's not
the same
Gloomhaven,
thing.
right? It's not like Buttons and Bugs.
No.
Okay.
No, like there's still a DM and he tells us.
It just must be a subsidiary.
Yeah. So we're actually playing with some of Dan's friends again too. I started playing again like right before my divorce. My marriage was falling apart and I needed a hobby. So I picked up Magic again, and that was like great Gate Crash era.
Oh yeah.
That's when I started playing.
That's kind of when I started playing.
Okay.
Like
so
in general,
give us dates because people are going, I have no idea
know.
what you're talking about.
So like 17-ish again, I started playing.
Uh-huh.
And then played for a few years. Actually,
Hi,
when there
Fanny.
was a game store right
Mhm.
down the street from here, because I would get off work here and then go.
To stay and play.
Stay and play.
Yeah.
And then
Did you ever go there?
Yes, not often, but here and there.
We
But
made
it was
cross
they
Right,
were
right.
there, they were
before.
I was
there.
Paradox used to be in
Yeah.
St. Clair Shores. That's where I started.
Mhm.
So back in 2012-ish is when I
Yeah.
started playing, and then Gamers Gauntlet and Eternal, and now here. So.
All my friends on the west side go to what's the big one out there in like Westland or Garden City?
Not RAW.
Maybe.
Pandemonium.
Panda.
Yep.
Yeah. So and then I didn't play again, and I had everything just packed away. And Dan comes home from work one day, and he works at Selfridge, and so he goes, "You used to play Magic the Gathering, right? Because all the guys at work play, and they want me to learn." And I was like, "Wow, isn't that?"
Well, she pulls out
Funny
5
you
boxes
bring it
of
up.
stuff.
Like, here, let me show you. So he had all my old like unlimited era
Oh my
cards
gosh.
to like, and then, so he took my binder and
Right.
trying to steal things.
Yeah, of
Of
course.
I was like, "Oh, steal this old shit."
You know, it's funny you say that
So
because
we started playing again.
yeah, we had the Pokemon. We had a Pokemon binder. Somebody sold up their full Pokemon.
whole
Remember
thing?
that?
I
The
did
full-
at Christmas time.
No, you sold it to us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well somebody
Do
bought
you-
the whole binder from us.
Yeah,
instead of
the whole
Oh,
binder.
yeah.
But it had the stickers on it and everything.
Oh,
from the
yeah, yeah.
90s and everything. And people constantly, can I just buy the whole thing? We
Yeah.
finally ended up selling
Doing
it
it,
after
yeah.
we did, but people go nuts over those. And somebody actually made that binder. So is that a thing to have like somebody else's stuff?
Kind of. Yeah, I mean,
sometimes I could see it.
there's a weird kind of cross. I mean, Pokemon started with a video game, and those video games saved your Pokemon, and so like you could nickname them. You would have certain ones. Sometimes there was crazy legendaries you could get, and that would, if I bought your copy, because I borrowed it or bought it from a store, it would have your stuff on it. It would have your name. It would have your Pokemon's names. It would be there, and so I think that crossed over to the card game when they went to the cards, and people felt that same thing of it. It was almost like trading with a person you didn't know,
Right.
in that, oh, I got this, and like I wonder how they got it. I wonder how it came to me, and oh, I like this style design. They must have been a Charizard fan. There's Charizards all over this binder, like So stuff like that.
It was
Yeah,
that personalized.
yeah.
Like
I think
like a gigapet.
Yeah, I think it's like people. I think it's subconsciously. Yeah, I think subconsciously people have that thought because in the game that's how it always worked, and so it kind of translates to the card game pretty easily.
I feel like Magic is almost getting that way too, because like we've had friends that have just learned how to play, or they've shown interest in playing, and there's not a whole lot to teach without doing.
Well, you
right,
have
right, yeah,
like
yeah.
Our friends that
yeah.
are learning how to play,
I
we're
couldn't
like, well,
learn any card game.
here's
No,
without
I gotta
playing.
do it.
deck, and you're gonna play with the character that I
Right.
chose and the color, like the style of,
Right.
of Magic play that I like. You're eventually gonna have a completely different taste from
Right,
your friends.
right.
Some people like
So-
the spells, some people like aggressive play, and so
Right.
like you definitely personalize.
I'm not an
your-
aggressive player.
Your commander decks and stuff.
I might be.
For those of you who aren't familiar with Magic and are or Pokemon, or they're not like you play regular cards.
Right.
You don't hold them up and hide their faces.
Well, you do.
Oh, you do.
You have a
So you
hand.
have a hand,
Yeah,
but you are playing them
it
out to try to try to
Yeah.
advance the board.
Okay,
Yeah. Yep.
but it's not like hide and
Right, and then like
yeah.
some Magic is a little bit of that.
Mhm.
Magic has what are called instants, and those you're usually playing when your opponent does something because you're trying
Right.
to interrupt them and stop them from doing it.
I
So
have-
Magic has a little bit more play than most card games.
You know what's
So
killing me is you're explaining it, and it just sounds like a standard card game.
it's a fantasy card game. They took the idea of D&D and mushed it into card games that people loved, and that's why it's the
And
biggest
with,
game in the
like,
world.
A little bit of risk
okay.
involved,
Yeah.
like a war game, like
Right.
strategery.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like something I might actually enjoy doing.
Yeah, it's
I never
fantastic.
even thought about doing
And
it.
you might really love the lore
I
too.
did.
You'll get because there's a whole story
Wow.
to it.
Yeah,
whole story
see,
to it.
that's and D&D was everything was story.
Yeah,
based,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I couldn't think of the word earlier.
Yeah,
I
there's
kept
different
saying.
worlds and characters that arc through.
Yeah,
Well, I'm waiting.
it's getting a
for-
little crazy now because we have Universes Beyond. So now we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has gotten into Magic,
and
Avatars in
Spider-Man.
Magic, Spider-Man's in
Okay,
Magic. So
so-
it got a little crazy the last couple of
It's
years.
gotten very
Yeah, Final
broad.
Fantasy. Yeah, it's got
Oh my goodness. Well, as things become more and more popular
Yes.
and more crazy, and then we have people like Logan Paul, and we have
Yep,
people like
yep.
different, talking about and not always saying the right things about
Right.
the cards coming up. Let's talk a
course.
little bit about the value of these cards,
Yeah.
because some people are under the misconception that every deck has $1 million card in it.
Right,
Or
right. Yep.
if what were you calling it, the sets?
Yeah, like if you buy sealed cases of
But
boosters,
there's no
yeah,
guarantee
like
there's going to be $1 million card. in
there is
it.
not, never is. No,
Right.
no.
So we watched the shows, and they're talking about how I opened this pack, and I have this pack, but when I open this pack, and there's no good card in here, that makes this pack more.
Yeah.
Now, that is what we are in the understanding of from watching these shows on TV.
Right.
Tell me what the actual reality of that is.
So in a perfect world, that would work, but
Right.
unfortunately, there's just so much out there that
Mhm.
unless it was filmed that those came from a sealed box together, there is no correlation between the two.
So unless this and this were in a box of 10 and you had all of them.
Exactly. Yep. In which, you know, they always put one ultra rare card in one of the 10 boxes.
Okay.
That's in one case.
Okay, so when you do openings,
Yep.
like we talked about earlier, you would do it out of a case.
Usually, yeah, because that shows people that, like, hey, a hit, they call them hits. Hits, yeah.
Okay.
And hey, a hit is coming up. I'm through 6 of them. I have 4 left. The hit's still in 4 because we haven't hit it yet.
Okay.
And so that is where you can anticipate it. But again, it's still not guaranteed to be $1 million card. It's just guaranteed to be a hit. A hit can be anywhere from monetary value, like is totally up to
the person
whatever.
Who buys it,
Yeah.
I get that.
But otherwise, it's like, oh, there are 15 ultra rares in this entire
Mhm.
set. It can be one of the 15, and of course, number 1 is the most desirable, but number 15 is not. So
Right.
even though you got an ultra hit, it could be not that great.
Do
So,
you find when you have customers come in that they are misguided that way? Somewhat?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, especially parents, number 1.
Yeah.
Like, yep.
Especially now, parents. Let's. Would you, if you had a child, would you buy them a magic card if you didn't know anything about it?
Would you get them into gambling?
I would.
I would invite them to buy Beanie Babies.
I love
It's
that.
a very, what is it, expensive cardboard?
Yeah,
They'll
it's
joke
it's.
about
I
it.
mean, for lack of a better term, it's cardboard crack.
No, so if
Yep.
I knew my kid collected something this specialized, and,
Yep.
and I mean, any parent, when your
Mhm.
kid goes off on their favorite dinosaur and they name, you know, the genus
With
and
Jason
species and name it
Walters can name every dinosaur there is
Yeah.
in full Latin.
I love
from-
that.
Your kid knows
I
that,
love
and
that.
They sound like the parents from Peanuts when they're
Uh.
talking, and all you hear is wah 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 wah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get them, take them to the store and let them buy what
Right.
they want, or like, because even as much as I talk about it as an adult,
Right.
my mom has
Like
watched
I
me
wouldn't
buy
even
these
buy
for
you
20
one,
years.
and I've known you for 20 years.
She wouldn't know what to get me. She
I
would
wouldn't
go
even
there and
think
be
about
like, I
it.
don't know if
Yeah.
she likes, you know, this set
Mhm.
or this set, or what colors she plays.
Or
like,
if you already have it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they
I would
buy
literally
a
walk
double.
into
like-
your store and go, I can't buy her a thing in here.
store credit, gift cards, you know.
Well, we'll get to
Number
that in a
one.
moment because there is a way of doing that.
Take me shopping, because I would
Um,
be afraid to buy. There's nothing more disappointing than being like, oh, cool, I already have this one. Thanks, Mom. You know,
Right. Does your store have the ability to do that? If somebody wants to buy something or to put money towards something for
Absolutely.
somebody, how do they do that?
Yeah. So you can come in. Obviously, if you bring them to shop, we can help you with that in person.
Mhm.
If you're still confused and you're like, I want to give full control to them, you come in. We'll create an account for that person that you want to help
Mhm.
enhance their collection. You can put any amount of money you want on there. It works as a digital gift card. It's usable in store or online.
Uh-huh.
We do ship across the entire United
But it's
States.
in your
so-
system.
It is in our system, yeah. So that
Mm.
money, we will give you either receipt or certificate, something to show it if you want to put it in a card or give them
But if
something.
you lose it.
Exactly. But if you lose it, no big deal. You come in,
Mhm.
you prove you're that person, you give us your name, we tell you how much money you have. You can also check it online by logging in. So
I love that.
super
And then they
easy.
can always add it for different events. add
always,
money to
and
it.
it's there
That
forever.
is a very good idea.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is a very good
Try to make it as
idea.
convenient as possible.
Plus, not only that, does it keep track of what they buy?
It does. So on our end, it like
So
for
they
them,
would
they
be
can see
able-
their orders.
Yeah.
For us, it gives us, of course, a lot more metrics. We can see
So if they go to buy
Everything.
something, you can say, wait, you've already bought this.
yes, yep. Yeah.
I wish, okay. So that is something vintage and antique stores need.
right?
Because when people collect,
She already has
seriously,
this
Yeah,
Nico.
yeah.
she will
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
in and they will be literally going, I don't know which one. I don't know which one's in my system. I don't
Yeah.
know what I have, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
could see that with the magic and
Yeah.
with the different cards as well.
Yeah.
There
It
are
only
infinite
works.
possibilities
Yeah,
of
it
what
is.
you can buy.
It only
Yeah.
works as good as you set it up, though, because
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to make the items. Of course, we have to create the listings. We have to do all that.
Right.
If we do that accurately, then we can tell if things are the
Right.
same. or
I
not.
get
So,
that. And again, where are you?
we are in St. Clair Shores,
Uh-huh.
so in Southeast Michigan, but right near you guys. We're only
Yeah.
we're only
Down the
about
street.
4 miles away. Yeah. So
Do you have a website?
we do. It's
What is it?
blackvaultgaming.com.
Okay.
You can also find us literally everywhere at Black Vault Gaming.
We will
It is
post
that
all
on
those.
everything. So.
We'll post all those.
Yeah.
You'll post all those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
good.
tag
Yeah.
their-
She's
all
one of their
socials
customers.
and stuff.
And anywhere anybody reaches out, it actually goes straight to my phone. So
Oh, I love that.
you're talking to me.
So I love the fact that you said even on new things, old things, whatever, that something's only worth what somebody's going to pay for.
Absolutely.
It. And that's true because vintage and antique,
yeah.
I mean, it's all relative.
Right.
You can have something 10 years for $5 and then
yep. all of a sudden you change it to $7 and somebody's like, oh, what's this? That's the best thing I've
or
ever seen.
you move it from the bottom shelf to the top shelf.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's so strange. But we're human and I guess we do that.
Say my favorite's the opposite when you're like, man, why is this $5 and like I can't sell it? You go to mark it down because you think you're going to clearance it and you're like, it says it's worth 20 now, and you mark it at the 20 and someone buys it.
Yeah,
like intrinsically they knew it was worth more or something. Yeah,
it helps.
So
I have so many old cards that are not really all that like special anymore.
Right.
And then a new set will come out, and it does some weird little synergy thing with one card, and then all of a sudden I'm like, why is that old Gate Crash card $20 now? And Dan's like, I don't know. Do you have it?
It was 13 cents yesterday. Yeah, yep.
My old cards.
All of a sudden they're all in there.
Boom. Yep.
So let's talk about Pokemon for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, Magic too, because Magic's been around since 93.
Yeah.
Pokemon 92, I believe.
98, 99 for the card game.
For the card game.
Yeah. Video games were like 95.
I thought we had some 93 Pokemon
so
cards.
Nintendo's been around since 1901. They
no, I know they
made
have
cards like they were a card game company, but before they were video games. But yeah, no, I mean there was ideas floating around and stuff, but like 98, 99 is when the cards came out.
So the value when you talk about because we talked about Logan Paul and his $5 million
16 million,
sold it for 16 million. So and there's only 2 of those cards known to exist.
Yeah.
But a 1998 Pokemon or a 1993 Magic set, are there rarities there that supersede what's new?
Absolutely. Most of the time, it's going to always supersede what's new.
Okay.
The only time that got flipped on its head was Magic. For one of their biggest Universes Beyond, one of their biggest partnerships that they've done with another company was Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And they made the
Does
one.
not surprise me.
Right. They made the One Ring, and it was serialized. It had a number on it. It said 001 of 001. It was written in Elvish. It looked like it was on fire.
If you
it was
ever
very
find
cool.
that, I might be able to get somebody to sign it for you.
So, we tried. Yeah, we know where it is. We tried to open it. You had to buy $100 packs to try to open it. They built this hype. Everywhere was crazy for it. This kind of goes on that case thing we were talking about. This was an instance where if I opened a collector pack, the next one was worth more no matter where it was because the ring wasn't found yet.
Okay.
And
it
so
was like
that
Willy Wonka Golden
it was. But there was
calling
just
and
one.
Yeah. But there was a certain line.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
And then once it was revealed that it was opened in Toronto, which isn't that far from here distribution wise, we were so close.
Just crying.
Yeah, honestly. Yes.
Why couldn't I gone to Toronto?
Yeah, right. But once it was opened, all of the market for those packs came way down.
Way down. People who were
exactly. So they're like, oh, the chase is over, and that card sold for $2 million.
And then some of those people spent probably
Yes.
thousands
Trying to get it. Yes,
thousands to
absolutely.
get it.
And it was great because it was a person that walked in a store, opened it, and they only spent 1 pack.
See,
It
that's
wasn't
how
even-
people win the lottery
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never bought it before.
Yep.
Oh, look.
There it is.
But so I do the analogy, and I'm going to do the analogy for all you Gen Zs and boomers that are watching and everybody. McDonald's.
Yes.
So during the boardwalk game, that was big in the 80s and 90s. I think even up to recently.
They've done it. I think they've done it as early as like
Monopoly game, and we all stupidly still go buy.
Yeah, and so, but back in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, when they started the boardwalk game, everybody was going to McDonald's to get
pieces,
the pieces for it, and they'd all get excited for the park for boardwalk or all these different things, but there was only 2 in known existence of the one that would win you the highest price.
Yes.
So we all learned through throwing our money away that happened.
You'd get the first half, and you'd always be chasing that second half.
Chasing the second half, and that's how it is with these.
Yes.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
You know, we have the $1 million up there where I bet you just one strip of one bill is missing, of every bill is missing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get you, and get you to buy. the $2 million one that Logan Paul wore.
Yep.
Okay, and then framed it in diamonds and made it a $5 million necklace.
Yeah.
Which sold for $16 million.
Yep.
Again, I'm going to say that $16 million was probably so that he could get on TV, and was stupid money.
Yeah,
he did.
There was a lot of that money was attached, to.
So a lot of this
value.
is be careful what you are watching.
Absolutely.
Because finding a $2 million card, it's
not going to happen.
You have a better chance of winning the lottery.
Yes, absolutely. That is a great way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I mean, our number one thing with the store too is we have so many people come in, they'll bring us their collection and they just won't know. A lot of times they're like, I don't even know if I want to sell it. I just want to know what I have.
Right.
And so we'll give them info and we'll spend 30 minutes to an hour going through the collection with them and letting them know what they actually have, because they come in thinking, hey, I have $1 million in here.
Right.
I am going to disappoint you. You probably don't.
Right.
But we will tell you what you do have and what is worth it and what.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So do you actually do appraisals on cards?
Absolutely. Yeah. And people have like over the moon thanked us, just like, because I guess other stores aren't doing that. But yeah,
because you're giving away.
We're there to help as much as we can.
See, somebody.
Has anyone ever come in with a grail that you had to kind of put your poker face on and you were like, okay.
Honestly, it just happened like 2 days ago. So again, video games, like I was talking about. There are two games very synonymous with N64 that are the hardest games to find for the system. Number one is Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut.
Okay.
It was a Blockbuster exclusive. I don't even consider it a real game because it was like a promo that you had to get from playing in a tournament in Blockbuster. So like not real. An actual produced for sale game was Super Bowling. Terrible game. It's awful. Don't play it. But
from Nintendo 64, I know exactly what game you're talking about.
Well, it's $600, $600 to $800
like
right
a
now.
Zelda.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the second highest in monetary value, but it's also extremely hard to find. There's believed to be like less than 1,000 copies. So
classic-y, like that.
Not even. It's like, terrible. It's just if you want to complete your N64 collection, it's required.
All right.
And
so
it's really low print. It was at the end of the life. You just can't find it. Yeah. I was going through a collection 2 days ago. I actually know the guy, great guy. Love you, Carl. But I was going through his collection and like, not that some games, he had some Mario, some other stuff, like, okay, cool. And then got to the sports games, which usually are worth $1. And you're like, okay. And I'm like, there's Wayne Gretzky hockey, there's Blades of Steel, there's FIFA World, there's Super Bowl. What? And I pulled it out because I knew what it was, and I was like, "Wow, that is a treasure." So he was more interested in what he could get for the whole lot because he was trying to trade towards something we had in store. And he was like, "I'd be happy to get $100 to $200." I said, "Carl, you know what? The $1,000 in cards you want, you're just going to go home with them."
Oh, good for you.
He was over the moon. So
did he ask why?
Yeah. No, he just was like, they're worth that much. And I told him, yeah, I was like, you have some Mario games in here, which are worth something, but like you have a treasure in here that I was shocked to see. You have some other good stuff. You had a couple consoles. So it just added up.
What are you going to do with that? Do you frame it and put it up?
It's for sale. It has a price sticker and it's in the store.
Good for you.
It's on our website. It's on our website.
Same thing.
Yeah. It's on our website. So
yeah.
That's literally all. Super Bowling for the N64. It's the cleanest copy I've ever seen. It's only $7.99. So go buy it.
So real quick,
it's
I wanted to do something, not to stop. It's Steve's sister's birthday today. It's a landmark birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa.
Happy birthday.
And many more. And you should be getting your package soon. Sorry.
I love that. That's lovely.
Yep.
So I actually kind of wanted to ask because we've sort of glossed over it before, but you used to work for a larger, I don't want to call them a
that was my
store,
next question. Yeah.
But it was like a chain store.
Kind of.
So I guess gaming store? Chain gaming store?
I guess where I started in like my whole gaming thing, a lot of people know this, a lot of people know me from it, is GameStop. I was in the area, like I was a manager in the area.
For GameStop.
Yeah, and I was around for a long time. I managed a lot of stores, and I wouldn't have traded it for anything. I didn't leave for any ill reason for that company, but I had an opportunity.
They went away.
Kind of, yeah. At this point, yeah. I left before that happened, but I left because I ended up partnering with a local game store. Yeah, and that was the decision to open a second one, was because I became a part of what was going on, and unfortunately my time there ended. I needed to do something else, and I ended up partnering with some wonderful people at a place called Blackfall Gaming. And
so let me ask you. You went from GameStop, which is corporate.
Yep.
A lot of my career was in the music industry, and we dealt a lot with gaming.
Okay.
And the introduction of gaming my age, in the 80s and
Yeah.
90s of introducing gaming into rental and all of that
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
stuff. Where was I going with this?
I don't
Oh,
know.
so what? No, refresh me again. Your warehouse.
Warehouse music.
Did they get when
They did gaming.
Okay, so when that became popular, they decided to
Oh,
get
of course
into
they
the
did.
game, right?
They threw out all their
Like
video.
FYE kind of turned into all forms of
Yeah,
entertainment.
they
and-
threw out the video, the VHS, and brought in the gaming.
Gotcha.
Just like Blockbuster, towards the
Yep.
end of the life of
Now, when that-
Blockbuster, it was
They
all
were Game
gaming.
Crazy and Game Rush.
Yes,
Yep,
they
yep,
were.
yep.
In the 90s, did game rental hurt the actual buying industry of
Good
gaming?
question.
So that was an interesting thing to go through. At that time,
Who are you? No, I'm kidding. Good question. I love that.
I'm a nerd.
No.
Yeah, right. You're in the right place. But no, I don't think so. It's not like what we have now, which
No.
streaming services killed like digital or like physical media, stuff
All
like that.
music. All.
Yeah.
Hence the
Yeah.
reason I opened this.
Yeah.
I haven't
and-
bought a DVD to keep a movie.
Right, and
I
forever,
don't
yeah.
know.
So you don't think that it hurt it during the
No,
time
I think the rental at
transition?
that time, I think gaming was getting so big that it couldn't hurt it. It was just another avenue that it was using to gain popularity and get it in more.
I think it
people's
helps
hands.
to push it into popularity.
Exactly, even
Because
more.
Families
didn't need
couldn't
to-
afford a lot of the
Exactly,
gaming,
and
so they
mine
rented.
included.
Mhm.
I was not, for lack of a better term, my childhood was not good, but I was able to play games. I was able to
Yep.
have that as an escape, and the
And you
only way
rented
I
them
could,
from-
I couldn't buy the games. We didn't have
Yep.
enough money to buy
Yep.
every game. We could rent them,
Yep.
and so
I think that the rental part, that was a great question on so many areas because it helped to propel
Yeah.
the gaming industry,
Well, and
especially video games.
yeah, and I would say like not every kid is a whiz at video games. Like
right, that's true.
for a kid like me where it's just kind of a fun hobby, but
Mhm.
like if I had to rent a game every Friday from Blockbuster
Mhm.
because I'm gonna take 6 months to beat it,
Mhm.
that would still be repeat, but it would get you hooked on something.
It would
and
get
then
you
maybe
hooked. Absolutely.
eventually it would be
Yeah.
like,
And
well,
then
maybe for
Blockbuster
Christmas we'll
isn't
get
here
you
We'll get you
anymore.
that game that you keep getting. Yeah,
Yeah.
One
that's
of
true.
the
That would always
reasons-
happen. Yeah,
And one of the reasons Blockbuster probably isn't here anymore is because those people never brought the
never
games
came back. Oh yeah, yep. Oh yeah, we know that.
So-
But my question with all of that was going to be, what made you decide, circumstances aside, why you left the other store that you worked at? Why did you want to open your own and be? Because now you're like small
One of the
business
differences-
owner.
yeah. I mean, this
Yeah.
gets into a
Was it
little bit of.
scary, exciting.
I mean, it's all of it, honestly. This gets into a little bit of like behind the scenes of that last one, and for like their privacy, I'll leave it alone, really.
Yeah.
But when I left where I was before Black Vault, it was not to do this. It was just because my path there ended. I could not be there.
I get
anymore.
it.
And
We've all been there.
yeah, and I met up with another friend, and he was in this industry, and he had also left his job, and we sat down and we just kind of looked at each other and asked, "What are you doing? What's your plan?" And he asked me if I was going back to GameStop. I asked him if he was doing something else, and we ended up through conversation came to the decision that I don't think we want to do anything else. I think we
No.
want to stay in this.
But
Because
now
it's what you
do
love.
it your
Yeah,
way
it's a
and-
passion of
and
ours,
not do
yeah.
what other people
Exactly. And we
vibe with
that's a big
you.
thing.
Yeah.
So we decided when Black Vault became an idea, and then of course we had a friend who approached us. You may know him, Eric. We had a friend.
We're gonna be tagging.
Yeah, we had a friend approach us that was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you guys get to do that. It's a dream of mine." And we're like, "Well,
Well, and he was
if
just
it
a
is-
customer of yours at the previous.
yes,
store,
yeah."
right?
And so became great friends. And when he approached me, I told him, I said, "It doesn't have to be a dream if you don't want it to be." So
No.
we made it a reality, and he came on board, and and then we opened a store that we took everything we learned from not only our professional life but from playing in these stores for the
Yeah.
last 10 years before that.
Mhm.
What would we want to see in a store? And that's what we
Right.
made Black Vault Gaming.
So it's funny because when you come from, and I worked for Warehouse Music for years as a music buyer and and everything. And then when I went over to GameStop for a very short period of time, and then off to Blockbuster, the corporate mentality, you
Yeah.
learn what not to do.
Right. Yeah,
And
that's the number one
nothing
thing. Yeah.
against corporate mentality because some people love it.
Yeah.
There's a lot
But
of
you
good
learn what not to
structure.
do.
Yes,
But
yes.
there, I left a 20-year
Yes,
corporate
yeah.
401k
Mm.
bonus structure because I couldn't handle
The
the
rigidity.
certain rigidity, the
The
construction.
larger you get, the less you understand
Yeah.
of the people in the areas that shop.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
what I
you're
mean?
not personalized anymore. You're
No.
just broad.
Yeah,
So-
and then your corporate like GameStop, that's where they lost it.
Right.
Is on the aspect where they were flooding stores with all the same, and bookstores do it, video stores do it.
So
They
much.
flood, like your store in California may love these types of games. So because it's the biggest producer, they send that type of game to everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Personalized loses
And people
it.
here in Detroit may not want any of it.
Yep.
And,
Oh
and
yeah.
I will say, like anything that there's, I mean, we even get it in the antique world. There's gatekeeping.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
And
For sure.
one of the reasons I suggested we have Tre on is when we used to shop at the other store that he worked at, he was probably our favorite employee
Mhm.
there.
Thank you.
And when he left, it was like, oh man, like I'll go in there and I'll still shop, but like you get a rapport with people,
Yeah.
you find commonalities. We
Right.
talk about we're cat owners and we like horror movies.
What's your
And
favorite? Oh,
we
go
run
ahead.
into each other at concerts, so
Yeah.
and then like you said, like one of the other owners of the store is
Yep.
local band that I like. So there's all these reasons, and it's like I really like these guys. So then you
Mhm.
find out that they've moved locations, and then Nick's working with you as well.
Yep.
He was another employee at that location that we
Yep.
used to like shopping with because you can go into a very similar store and just not vibe with the employees.
Well,
sometimes.
I'm going to tell you, the one thing I've learned over times of jumping from place to place and working in so many different places, the good follow the good.
Yeah.
Yes. And when you
And
find
so-
your people, like I got a guy. People come in here and say, do you guys have any old cards?
Mhm.
And sure, a few once in a while. Do you have any new cards? No, but go see the guys down the street.
Right.
They will totally hook you up.
What's your favorite thing about owning a business? I'm going to ask you two questions. First one, what's
Yeah.
your favorite thing about owning a business?
Um.
I'll also answer that after you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously there's so many things that go into it, but it has to be just that it's you. It's essentially your
Right.
business becomes an expression of you.
Yeah.
And so
The freedom for you to decide.
yeah, absolutely. And it's that freedom is unparalleled, but also to like have my friends be a part of it,
Yeah.
build this community, especially in like what we're doing specifically. It's the most rewarding thing.
I agree. Walking in and just standing there and going, I created this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And seeing the customers come in and seeing I created this.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing about being, because there's
Yeah. Yeah.
I only want one thing.
Only one thing. Yeah.
I want to see if these answers are the same as mine, because
Yeah.
we're both business owners,
Yeah.
like brick and mortar business
Yeah.
owners, because you are a business owner, but not
I'm
mine.
a brand, but
Right.
yeah,
I get it.
it's not the same
So
as
what
having
is
it over
what
my
is
head.
the one thing you wish you didn't have to do, or that you don't like, but you do it because you love everything else?
Dealing with people.
Same.
Yes. No, he's right. He's right. I love a person. I can't stand people.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, honestly,
Humanity's wonderful, but
yeah,
human
it's-
beings are horrible.
Yeah.
yeah, it's separating the passion from the business. Like obviously everybody would love to open
Yeah.
a business that they love doing, but if you don't have the other side and do what needs to be done, which is the hard stuff and the stuff that takes the most time,
Yeah.
the stuff that doesn't let you
Tedious
quite have all
stuff.
your passions come out,
Yeah.
that's the worst part. Just because like I got to remember
You
to
can't just
step
sit and play
back,
cards
breathe.
every day.
Yeah, I got to remember to sit back and breathe and
Yeah.
and know that hey, this is here, this is
Mhm.
doing a good thing. People seem to enjoy this as much as I do,
I agree.
and that's what it's just the time, I guess.
Thank you. That would be
It's the
my
time.
number one, is the
Yeah.
time, because as business owners, and you know this too,
Mhm.
you eat, breathe, live your store.
Yes.
And so a lot of people are like, oh, you haven't been to my store, you haven't done this, because you see I'm
Oh my
locked.
gosh. Yes. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Absolutely.
We are closed on Mondays. Everybody else is too now.
Yeah.
You know what I
That is
mean?
me with days.
yeah.
I think of the
You're
50
7 days.
times I've been
We
in
are
his
7 days
store.
a
You get a
week.
day off though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Today was one. I
Oh,
took
good.
care of some stuff this morning, but
But you find as a business owner that you tend to work more and harder, and you stress more
Well,
Absolutely.
in
than
this
working
era,
for someone.
Right.
Yes, you don't. It's not.
You're
just
never
that you walk
unplugged.
in and unlock
No.
the front
Yeah, you're
door and
never
walk
unplugged,
in.
yeah.
I'm laying in bed at night
Yes.
answering
Yeah.
emails.
But you do have to unplug
the
somewhat a
social
little
media.
bit.
That's I have to remember.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
It's a grind.
It is.
it's sort of fantastic. It's a fantasy of mine, and I don't know it because I didn't grow up in that era, but Jason did. There was a time where after 5 o'clock, that was it. You couldn't get a hold of
Oh, yeah,
You
you're
can
right.
walk away. It's
No,
over.
you're right.
It's over.
You couldn't. So that wasn't as far back as you
Oh,
think.
the answering machine
So,
is on.
The cell phone, everybody,
Yeah,
came out in
that
1998.
ruined
So
it.
Yeah.
all of you were alive before then.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no
But-
such thing as business hours anymore.
Yeah,
Like even
yeah.
my online profile for my business says always open because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve people were messaging
Oh, yeah.
me
Yeah.
about
We have-
custom orders and I'm like, I
Yeah.
love you guys, but oh my God.
Yeah, we get orders every hour of the day. Like I said,
Yeah.
every order goes. I can see every order goes. on my
But they don't
phone, but
expect you to do it right.
They
then and
don't.
there.
I have very strict,
Clear.
clear instructions that are orders get
Yeah.
packed 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like it will go out
Yeah.
next day if it's after
Yeah.
5 p.m. So
Yeah,
And
we do.
to.
You have to.
Yeah,
set
you ha-
boundaries,
right.
even with customer
Because
You gotta balance a little bit.
humans, the one thing humans don't do is they don't read.
Yes.
They don't, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And when I
Have
say
more
that,
patience.
when I say they don't read or listen, it's because they're thinking about what they need.
Right.
And when you walk into a store, you don't come here for me. You come here for yourself.
Yes. at the
Like when they
end of the
want
day, yeah.
cards, when
Right.
they want a new deck of cards, or they want this one certain card they need,
Yeah.
or stuff, they're coming in for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I lost my train of thinking.
Just time.
It is,
Time.
but it's the time.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
craziness.
If I could do it at half the time, it would be
Well,
the
what I
perfect
need
thing in
to
the
do-
world. But
What we need to do is be able to clear our own time,
Right.
because we are I mean, there's nobody telling us. We always
Right.
say, oh,
It's-
if I had my own business, I would work 9 to 5 and I would do this and I would
No.
do
You
that.
have your own business, you work.
good luck.
more.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah.
But I love it. The rewards outweigh the bad.
it does. It does.
And you get great employees. Like I've known Nikki for 20 years. You have,
I have my own little Nicky. He's great.
yeah.
He's very funny.
He's great.
If you watch their social media,
You'll see him. He's pretty popular.
He's a little
I
big
love
dog
that.
in their
Yeah,
social
he is.
medias.
He's very
I don't
popular.
know how many times I've been like, poor Nick.
So, magic. You said so I only know, and I don't know a lot. We started carrying a little bit of magic and
Yeah.
Pokemon because we send them to you or
Yeah.
to other
Appreciate it.
stores. But the other card games you said,
Yeah. So we have Magic, Pokemon, and then there's One Piece. There's
I gotta learn One Piece
yeah,
because I like
it's,
the movie.
it's fantastic. The art on the
Watch
cards is
watch the
amazing.
anime is
Yeah, the
great.
Yeah.
original cartoon, yeah, it's crazy. But there's Gundam and Union Arena, which is also made by the One Piece people.
Okay.
And then we have Star Wars Unlimited,
Okay.
which is Star Wars, of course. We have Lorcana, which is the Disney card game.
Is Lorcana still
Yeah.
hot?
It is,
That
it is.
went skyrocketing for a minute.
So
Is
it's
it,
definitely
like,
not like it
chilling
was
out?
when the first set came out and people were like, "Oh my god, a Disney card game." But Lorcana is still very popular. It has settled more into a player base than people clamoring for every set. But
Okay.
just recently, the last couple sets have really popped off, and it's been gaining popularity again because I think they fixed the game, they fixed some of their printing issues, they
Mhm.
fixed some supply issues, and so now it can get to more people.
Okay.
So
I kind of want to learn that one.
So
Like,
do
I
you
don't wanna
do-
di-
It's-
I
it's
don't wanna
pretty-
deep dive
it's
into
nice because
many
it's a good
cards.
entry for like kids, significant
Yeah.
others. Like my wife actually enjoyed playing it. She
Yeah.
doesn't really enjoy card games that much, but she's a big
I
card
was
game
going to
person.
ask you about that.
So
So, your wife is not a big card person.
Yeah.
Okay. She understands it, of course, because she knows you and she's
Yeah.
learned
yeah,
over time.
Joelle, she's the best.
Do
She
you
deals with everything.
find it? Did you find it difficult growing up before you met her,
Yeah.
or was there a before in gaming, or did you? have to do that the first
Definitely.
round?
No, I met
Are
her.
you asking if he was a single nerd for a long time?
I was
I'm
a
getting
sing-
there.
I was
But
definitely a
you
single
could've-
nerd for a
you
long time.
could've-
Yeah.
You could have
Yes.
married your high school
Yeah.
sweetheart.
No.
Who
No.
knows?
No.
But
I'm
did
one
you
now.
did you find that, because I think that curve has changed. Do
Yeah.
you
I was the
find that it
one
was
girl at the
hard?
card game 15 years ago.
That's true.
Like,
And today,
It's a
much
lot.
more
It's a
diverse.
lot more diverse, and
Yeah.
it's wonderful because of it. Like we have all walks of life, whether
Mhm.
it's race, gender, sex, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
anything. It's so diverse now, and it's wonderful
Mhm.
to see because even when I started in 2012, it was not this way. So
okay.
yeah,
Because a lot of people, when they think of these card games, they think nerd, of course. But you know what? If you married the nerd in high school, you're probably rich today. And
Or at
so,
least very happy.
or
Right,
at least very
right.
happy. Because that stigma is there,
Yeah.
because of the movies of the
Absolutely.
past, and I don't think so much today because it's more fluid today.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if you felt that growing up,
so definitely.
playing
I mean,
cards with your head stuck in
Right.
in on games.
I played Yu-Gi-Oh. Like even though I say my card playing
Mhm.
started in 2012, I had played Yu-Gi-Oh with my cousin way before that when I was really, really young.
Right.
So I had and I collected Pokemon cards with my
Mhm.
sister growing up. So I was in that realm for most of my life.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I was a kid that loved video games, a kid that loved
Mhm.
fantasy, and I was that throughout my whole high school, or throughout my whole school.
Right.
And then college is when I started playing,
Like
actually
the
playing
actual
games.
games.
Exactly. And so
Right.
I kind of just I leaned into it. I was fortunate to be, I guess, like a little bit of an oxymoron. I was the popular nerd, and so I was friends with every friend group.
Oh, thank
I
you.
played sports. I was nerdy. I did everything, and so I just kind of got along with
be
most
a popular
people.
nerd.
I think if you are a nerd, you might be popular now. It's a popular thing.
I was a punk rocker.
I mean,
was
you
not
are a popular nerd.
Well, I guess.
You had drugs and music.
Yeah,
I was a punk rocker growing up.
There you
So,
go.
but
float through the different social groups and not just be stuck in one.
And I
think
would.
it's a little-
I
was
would.
kind of a
the
floater, too.
but we didn't have growing up. I grew up in Southern California.
Yeah.
And I think in growing up in a more bigger city, a more diverse city, that it's not so much cliquey.
Yeah.
Where you can maneuver through, but we
For
still
sure.
had them.
Of course.
But I don't remember a nerd
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the
even
Midwest.
honestly, but even like
I
growing up, for me, I also kind of didn't feel that. There was like people who were nerds, but they found something else. And then lately, and like since 2015 forward, like you said, almost like Stranger Things popularized it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nerd became a thing that you wanted to be, and it became a hard classification.
Because a lot of the movies were depicting that the nerds were.
Exactly.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I was born in 1980, right? So I remember being a little kid, and like we were talking before the show, that I would have my mom buy me stuff at Toys R Us, like D&D stuff, but I was too young to know how to play the cards.
Yeah.
I would just throw it around, and I like the little pieces.
Yeah.
And you looked hot because you had the new stuff.
Yeah.
And then that went away, but then I'll tell you, it was 2000 or 2001 where it really came back, was when I watched Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, that was another one too.
Really
Yeah.
brought it back,
Yep,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
And
it was
then
crazy.
Big Bang.
You're right. Big Bang. Yep,
Um,
that was a good one.
So
Yeah, the nerd has become a different archetype.
Yeah,
It has.
it doesn't have a negative
now
stigma
it's
attached to it
smart,
anymore.
yeah.
if you guys
Yeah.
have any type of games you like to play, put them down because we'll talk about them.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of that, so I started with D&D in the 80s, and because I had some friends that liked to play it, even the Mohawks, the punk rockers, the stoners, or whatever you call them back then, they like to play those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They like to play
Absolutely.
the games. And but the dice were so damn expensive back
Oh my
then. It's
gosh.
not like today where you can make your own. But like a multi-sided dice was $35. My mom would be like, really?
Get a rock and draw.
Yeah,
numbers.
right.
Right. You know, it's not like we weren't made of money, but I mean, we were comfortable. But my mother was like, I am not spending that much money on one dice.
Even now, I
Yeah.
have
You know?
friends that you guys you don't do like Warhammer 40K and like
We do
you don't have
not.
minis and paints and
Right.
do you have plans to expand into any of that realm of tabletop gaming?
We do not.
So
So
that's like a whole nother
yeah,
thing.
from where I came from, before this, we kind of looked at, this is where my business side came out. I went to business school and all this, and so I had to make the decision before to open this place. Was it smart for us to open this place? And so I looked at a lot of the numbers, crunched a lot of numbers, and
It was smart for you
and
to open.
yeah. It was
Especially when you pulled out that one.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we looked at it and it didn't make sense. We realized what our growth categories were.
Right.
We realized what was doing the best
Too
for us.
diversified and
We-
too much
Exactly. We
inventory.
decided
So you
to
kept it-
hyper focus
Right.
on these two things of video games and trading card games.
Mhm.
And
What
eventually,
else
because
did you
of
want?
so we were thinking D&D,
Oh, okay.
role playing games,
Right.
board games. I'm a huge board game nut.
Right.
Like I said, my wife is into board games.
Yeah.
It's kind of how we became a
But you
thing.
don't have
So
board games there.
we do not. And
It's
so that
more
hurt
card
me a
games.
little bit
Okay.
to give those up. But
Right.
it just made sense at the end of the day.
It does make
and
sense.
and with the location we ended up finding and where we're at now, we're actually right between Whistle Stop
Mhm.
and
Yes,
Nerdtopia
Yeah.
and Fat Cats and some local other stores that
Yeah.
specialize in those things. So we also don't do sports cards because
Yeah.
there's a sports card shop.
Yeah.
So it's
It
well,
we don't either.
It helps
we
to
kinda-
not have almost like an unspoken non-compete.
Yeah,
And it's like we don't do that, but our friends
exactly.
do.
My
Yeah.
idea
We do
was
this.
I'll
Mhm.
etch my place in this city and
Yeah.
you can keep yours. I will not step on your toes. So
Right. And I think it's good to have multiples down one
Yeah.
street like this.
absolutely.
Because, and I've had a couple of times where somebody's come in and said, well, I sell that. So you can't, I'm sorry, I've been here 20 years. How long have you been here? But the thing is you don't want to be like that. You want
Right.
to be like, oh, great, I'm glad you're here because then we can feed off each
Right,
other.
right.
Because that's what you want.
No one place is going to have everything.
No.
Yeah.
But we have a lot.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing anything big for the 1 year
So,
anniversary?
oh, yeah.
I know
while-
you just had a
Yeah,
Pokemon Day.
yeah.
There's
While
new releases constantly, but
March 10th was our first day unlocking that door and letting people in. We celebrated our grand opening in June, so we'll have another 1-year celebration in June.
Okay.
Just so it's a little bit nicer weather. Here in the Midwest, it's pretty rough.
Yeah,
But
it's still winter.
it's still it's not great. But
except for Saturday, it's supposed to be in 65,
Okay,
I
and I'm
can't-
going to be in Vegas.
Nah, well, you know,
Mhm. I'm gonna
you're gonna come
it's
back
be
to
10.
30s. Yeah.
I know.
You'll bring the snow
Oh
back.
man. But yeah, I know we plan to do something in the summer just because that's when we had our grand opening. So we'll do like a
Right.
1 year of our grand opening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other like big? What's the next big release? Like Turtles are out
Every
or
other
coming
week.
up,
Is there
or-
a big
It is
release?
crazy.
Something.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I could not believe I pulled
You
up my
get people
calendar on my
lined up
phone. Oh
outside.
yeah, this so for Pokemon Day we had a
they
line.
do.
Yeah.
They do too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets pretty wild. So it's I mean we're also
Mhm.
because of the popularity of like our social media now and all this we're getting a lot more eyes on us, and so people are coming to us from a bunch of different places. So it's
We
the
get a line
reception's
once
been
in a
amazing.
while. We had 2 people waiting outside for a Pyrex today.
I love that.
You guys do have to
I love
follow
that.
them though. Their social media has gotten.
Yeah, tell us your social media
It's
again.
hilarious.
So it's
You-
Blackball
you
Gaming
guys are
everywhere.
funny, so-
Anywhere you can find us, it's just at Blackball Gaming.
Oh, perfect.
But you can find us literally everywhere.
That
We have
makes life a lot
Instagram, yeah,
easier.
TikTok. Yeah, we made sure that our name was available before we made the name.
And of course,
So-
we will put all of that on this as well. You're good at doing
Yeah.
that. So,
Perfect.
but I love it when I have small business owners in the same area on the show because I think it's great. I think it's important for us to help each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, not that
100%.
you need any help,
Yeah,
but you know what
Hey,
I mean. You know what I mean.
I appreciate
Right.
and will always reciprocate
So, what is your YouTube channel?
at Blackball Gaming.
At Black Vault Gaming. Go on their YouTube and subscribe. Give them
Yes.
some love
We-
because it's relatively new.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's see
you'll
you guys
see a
one of
lot of
these
shorts.
Get one of these.
You'll see like one walkthrough video of like a how to learn how to play
Mhm.
Union Arena. It's a newer game. But a lot of big plans for that. We have some cool sponsors that are going to be on the YouTube channel. We have a lot more crazy ideas coming to YouTube. So get ready, subscribe
As
now,
a-
and you'll start
As a
seeing
guy
it.
that knows nothing about that whole world, I think that's a great idea for your YouTube is learn the fundamentals of this game in a
Yes.
5-minute video.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's we're
really
gonna
cool.
do it with most of them. We started with Union Arena. That's our
Yeah.
first long form video currently,
Mhm.
and then we have a bunch of shorts on there currently.
I think it's great.
Some of that is just the intimidation factor of starting a new. Like,
Oh,
if
it
you
is
don't have
hard.
a
It
friends
is.
group that can teach you.
yeah.
I think if I watched a quick video clip that was like, it's not that complicated. If
Right.
you like this idea,
Wow.
here's how to play. Jump in.
Absolutely, because I have tried to teach. I have literally sat down with somebody who goes, "Oh, I just learned euchre,"
Oh.
and they're like,
I didn't learn.
and I'm like, "You learned
Yeah.
nothing."
My parents tried.
So you play for money?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
tournaments, right?
Yes.
Not all the time, but tournaments.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and then another question I wanted to ask before we wrap it up, we're getting close, but is you recently had a situation where you had to ask somebody to leave because they were possibly intoxicated.
Yes.
You have gaming nights where you have tabletop games.
Yes.
Not board games.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately.
You don't have a liquor license?
No. We threw around
I
the
can't
idea. We
imagine
threw around the
that.
idea.
Do you want that?
We thought about it, and then I thought about somebody drunk in the store, and I went absolutely not.
Okay, competitive and alcohol
Yeah,
do not go hand
yeah,
in
no,
hand.
no. People get heated enough. It's yeah. Let's simmer down.
About 5 minutes when everybody's loosey goosey, but then after too many
Yeah.
years and people are throwing dice,
Having
at
to cut
each
someone
other.
off doesn't
Yeah.
sound like a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, because I can say that one of the worst people you want to come across is a nerd during their games.
Yes. Yes.
So tell me, have you had any issues?
Not really.
That's great.
Yeah, I think we're fostering a attitude and an environment that
Mhm.
that people are understanding that there's a certain type of etiquette that needs to be
Right.
done, and it's a different store. A lot of stores. This is not a dig at any other stores,
No.
but a lot of stores when you walk in, you kind of feel like you're in charge, and that's not saying that like as a patron,
Right.
and I'm not saying that you aren't when you're at Black Vault Gaming, but the thing is, this is our store. We built it.
for everybody, not just you.
Exactly. This
Yeah.
is not your thing. This is
Yeah.
everybody's thing.
Um,
And other
It's still
places think it's all them.
supervised interaction.
Yes,
and not
for-
just like act however you want. and be
Exactly.
jerk
And
because
people
when
go into other
humans
stores and
play
think it's all
games,
about
they become
themselves.
children.
So yes,
When humans play games,
It's
they
true.
become children.
it's true.
All of us, including me.
Yes.
And
I've lost some, or I've had some bad attitude losing. So I get
Yeah.
Are the tables bolted down?
it. No.
okay.
It's so that nobody
And if you smell alcohol, if they're being erratic, you send them away.
Yeah, we will. And we try to do it in a polite way. We'll pull them aside. We'll have a conversation.
Right.
We'll let them know, hey, we're kind of worried about just something happening in the store with your current presence, like your current state.
I think it's great that you do that. That you have game night, because it would be my biggest fear every time.
Yeah, no,
because you don't know what you're going to come across.
Right. We as intimidating as we can be. If you see some of us in person, like I know you don't see it now, but I'm covered in tattoos, and so I'm
horror
a little
too. Which is a
horror
good
ones,
friend of mine, because I love horror.
We became friends.
Uh-huh.
I saw him at a show once, and I was literally standing behind him, and I'm like, "Look at the great ink on this guy's legs," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, it's Trey!" And I'm like, "I didn't know you had all that," because he's usually behind the counter when we first met.
usually
so
don't see
I
my
had
legs.
no
We're
idea.
gonna have to have you back on the show to talk all things horror.
I'd love it,
because I can
honor.
go head to head with you on that. I love it.
Yeah, but most of us owners there are semi-intimidating at first glance, and so
it's a safe environment.
It is, and that's why people come in and they're like, "Whoa, it's dark. There might be some different kind of music on. Yeah, it's a totally different vibe." But then they get to know us and they realize, "Oh, this is exactly where I want to be."
It's a safe environment.
Absolutely.
They can go there even if it's your first time ever even dealing with gaming of any sorts. You know, it's a safe environment. And I've been to some gaming establishments that you're intimidated walking in because the people sitting there are
just off-putting. Yeah.
None of
noticed that.
Oh, that's funny.
None of his employees, though, even when he's not there, none of them come across as, oh, I was busy talking to my friend.
Yeah. You're never a nuisance. You're always a welcome addition.
Yeah, they're never disinterested in helping. Yeah. There are no stupid questions.
Absolutely.
Like, as long as I've been playing, I'm still a little behind the times.
Yeah,
like Dan
There's
and
so
the
much
guys
stuff going
play,
on. Yeah.
And he's got friends that are probably competitive level smart at building these decks, and they know. And I'm like, that's out of my realm. But you can ask all sorts of questions. You can ask where to start. You know, do you guys have this? What do you think about
beginner
this?
games?
Yeah, and we're actually going to be hosting.
No, they're very
it just
helpful.
popped into my head.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have a demo event for a new game called Neuroscape here soon. So that's kind of something. But we tell everybody, anytime you're in, anybody who seems new or interested in a game, please schedule with us. We will sit down and teach you a game ourselves.
That is awesome.
So and I just always want to say, like, if you're ever intimidated by any of us, just watch our videos. You won't be intimidated.
Oh yeah.
Get out of the window.
Yeah.
We're running out of time, but what do you see the future of gaming?
I see it cementing into passions, and what I mean by that is we are getting into a world where Magic is getting into Universes Beyond. We just had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles come out in Magic. We've had Pokemon do collaborations recently. So
you're taking the past, the future, the present, and you're throwing them all together and creating new cards.
Absolutely. And what I see going forward is people are going to find what they like and they're going to stick with it. There's not going to be as much like, I'm going to play everything. I'm going to stick with what I like, because just last year we had 19 new card games released. Crazy.
It can be overwhelming.
Yes. And so the flood of it is going to force people to pick one, maybe two. And I think that's great, because
then they can focus
enjoy
on
it. Exactly. Enjoy it. Yep.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. This was
Absolutely.
wonderful.
We're going to bring you back again to talk horror.
I love it.
So next week, like I told you guys, we're not going to be here live. You're going to be live from Autorama, kind of live from Autorama, and you're going to see all the fun that Nikki and I had at Autorama with all of Vehicle City Vixens and all the other pinups that were there.
Hot cars.
Yes, absolutely. And then the following week on St. Patrick's Day, we will be live on St. Patrick's Day. We will have Screamin' Scott Randall from, I just lost his call numbers. WCSX. The DJ will be on our show to talk. We're going to be talking all things music, past, present, future. Awesome. We're going to be talking about his time on Riff. We're going to be talking about his time with
Z-Rock.
Z-Rock, thank you. It flew out of my mouth. On Z-Rock and all the fantastic people he met. Did you see those pictures of him with Sammy Hagar, with Vince Neil, with all the hair bands from the 80s? Anyways, so I'm excited about that. And thank you again. I learned something.
Right?
I love that.
You didn't know this.
I didn't.
Games
and that's why we're there. Like I said, we're there more to teach. So
well, after you teach me.
Yeah.
I don't want to look too stupid now. Anyways, so anything else?
No.
No.
Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. This was
absolutely.
wonderful.
And we will see you live from here on the 17th of March.